Hello YouTube, hello Latum Way, Jacob. This is a video response to you and your videos on eating meat and your decision to go vegetarian and asking for a moral defence of eating meat. So first off, subscribers, please don't go to town on Jacob. He's a nice guy, I've met him in real life. He comes across in these videos a little smug, a little self-satisfied. That's just him. It's nothing personal. He's not a Peter Nutjob. He's not animal rights crazy or anything. He's just gone vegetarian. So, secondly, Jacob, you are coming across a bit smug in this. You are coming across a bit self-satisfied, and your stance on moral superiority, I think you're wrong. As I mentioned in comments, you are eating products of the dairy industry. The dairy industry is intrinsically linked with meat. Even in producing your own milk, you will be producing excess calves, and very quickly, unless they get culled or used for meat, you're going to end up overpopulated by whatever dairy animal you've got. So, Jacob, you've acknowledged in the comments to me that, yeah, maybe you can't defend that, so I would suggest getting off a high horse, if you're on one, about the moral stance on this, because you're still definitely intrinsically linked with the death of animals, and your money is paying for that. So if you don't like it, stop paying for it. Now, the most important thing that I really wanted to say was we have the luxury of picking what we eat, and that is an amazing luxury. That is one of the biggest achievements of civilization, the fact that we can argue and choose about what we get to eat. So there are people in the world who are starving because of government fuck-ups, because of famines, because of war, and so yeah, ultimately when it comes down to it, arguing over stuff like this ends up being pretty petty. So just with that in mind, we'll then move on. Jacob, you have acknowledged that there is not a moral equivalence between animals and people in terms of their death, which I fully agree with, and so your argument seems mostly to be on necessity. We don't need to kill animals to eat them. This is a little interesting because we don't necessarily need animals to test either, but you seem to be pro that. Is it just because it's easier? I mean, it's a tricky issue, and one I don't really want to explore right now in terms of the testing stuff, but as animals do not have the same rights as humans, and we can both acknowledge this, they have nowhere near the same right to life as a human, we then look on to, do we have a duty towards animals? We are sentient beings, and I believe that we have a duty of stewardship to this planet, which, again, now I'm sounding like the tree-hugging hippie. We also have a duty of stewardship in particular towards the domestic animals we've created, because we have created them. We have taken wild animals and changed them such that they could not survive in the wild in many cases, and indeed, in quite often, their wild environment is gone and has become farmland. Quite often the wild variety has gone extinct. In the case of cattle, the originator of cattle no longer exists. So I believe that we do have a duty towards them, that we have a duty to see that they live well, and I believe we have a duty in death to see that they die cleanly and get used, get eaten. I think that this is edging towards a moral defence of the eating meat to preserve the planet in a good and correct way. I'm not defending here the meat industry, to which I am opposed, and to which I don't participate in. At least I don't give them my money. If someone buys me a burger, obviously I'm not going to demand that it be free-range, grass-fed beef from a red tractor approved. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not that sort of dickhead, but I won't give my money towards it. I'll go for the vegetarian option. But in being part of the ecosystem of this planet, we will kill animals, even for your vegetarian food, Jacob. In fact, in a lot of cases, a lot of your vegetarian food, all that good soy stuff you've been chowing down on, is coming from destroying rainforests. So even the rainforest safe stuff, by participating in that demand and taking that soy, other soy is then used where that soy could be used for the non-food sources for it. We don't need to have the mass industrial farming industry we have now for meat. We would have to eat less meat, but I grew up on a livestock farm, and I found I ate less meat than lots of my compatriots who grew up in the city. Meat one meal a day was a good thing. That was when we had a lot of meat. It's a little surprising how much people expect meat to be there all the time, every time. And now I'm sounding more like a vegetarian preaching, for which I apologise. Ultimately, I think you might dismiss this just as it's natural, that's the way we do it. But it's more, that is the way the system sets up, and in preserving the best interests of animals and nature and the systems that we have now, I believe that one should be an ethical omnivore. The works of Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall have influenced me quite a lot in this, although more just in clarifying my own feelings and ideas. We, as humans, shouldn't be needlessly cruel, although indeed one of my great loves, bow hunting, many people would classify that as needlessly cruel. I don't feel it is. But that's, again, a separate issue. I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little. Ultimately, Jacob, the defence that I would give is one of inescapability. You will always kill animals. Whether it's just to defend your garden from pests, you will end up killing animals. If not directly, if you choose to go completely Janist, which is, in my opinion, mad. They have every right to do it, but I think they're mad. Even then, you will be killing them by starvation if you fence them out of your garden and they overpopulate, and they will eat out their food resources and then they will die by starvation. So I believe in managing for most productivity for the best interests of the animals, because I don't believe animals have the right or the ability to govern themselves to that extent. I believe that humans, managed properly, can do it a lot better. And mostly, my notes have me agreeing with you on an awful lot of stuff. There are a lot of bad arguments for eating meat. One of the ones I hate the most is someone else would eat it anyway. If you don't like something, stop giving your money to it. If you don't like factory farming, but your excuse is, oh, someone else would eat the factory farmed animal, that's just wrong. No, if you stop buying it, they'll stop making it, and if you give your money to small, local, free-range smallholders, plug, then they will make more money, and you will get more good, better quality animals from better animals that lived better. So ultimately, Jacob, I'm not sure really where I am going with this now. My last note is on meat eaters' hypocrisy, which is I have a lot more issues with meat eaters who don't acknowledge that they are killing animals, that they are part of that, and who in particular get squicked out by the fact that I will kill an animal myself and not be emotionally distraught over it and just then go and take it and have a nice meal, than I am over vegetarians who have realised I don't want to be involved with this, and I'm not going to. Stop giving the industry your money. It's fine by me, because I did, and I still eat meat, less meat, but better meat. So yeah, I realise this has been a less than ideal defence, but I hope I've communicated at least where I'm coming from, Jacob. Thanks very much. Bye.